Wally is a rival character, technically. Really more of a friend, honestly, but I've always sort of felt like he was kind of a third protagonist character for the generation. Like, if May is red and Brendan is blue, then Wally is the Gen 3 version of green. Quite literally green, actually, with his color scheme. And to an extent, the game treats him a little bit like that, where we, as the player character, are always necessarily a cipher, silent and unexpressive so as not to get in the way of the player's own story. Wally gets to have much more of a classic kids media protagonist character arc. He's a weak, sickly, and somewhat insecure boy who, through his journey with Pokemon TM, learns to be more confident and improve his health and become stronger and more realized as a person and grow up a little bit. This is the aspirational image of Pokemon as not merely entertainment, but a source of healthy life lessons for children all across the world. And, I mean, Wally is a nice kid and I don't mind his character, but it's hard not to see the corporate brand management at work in his narrative role. Anyway, as a character design, he's very deliberately simple. Just a kid in a shirt and pants with a little bit of bedhead going on. The collared shirt with button sleeves is oddly adult for a kid of his age, or rather, it gives a little bit of a vibe of a kid whose mother picks out his clothes for him and likes for him to look like a polite and well-groomed young man. It makes him look a little bit sheltered. But then there's that messy hair, a little bit all over the place, that contrasts the well-mannered, polite fashion that he's stuck with and gives him some of that childishness back. It's simple design, but it works, and the primary white in his color scheme does gesture a little bit at the idea of frailty and innocence, and it's completely devoid of the sporty, outdoorsy gear aesthetic that Brendan and May are running around with. In the remakes, though, he's quite different. Now, he has a practical shoulder bag, and over his collared shirt, now he wears an adorable cardigan decorated with what looks like knitted patterns. It's the coat of a kid whose mom has told him to be sure not to catch a cold out there, and the sleeves are, notably, a little bit too long for him, emphasizing his slight and undersized body. His hair remains messy to make him childish, but he has lost that pure white primary color scheme, and the green is missing from his pants as well, making his remake color scheme a lot less interesting to me. I think Wally benefited from being a very simple design, and the remake has over-decorated him a little bit, maybe in a bid to make him stand out more, but the point of Wally is that he is, at the start of his journey at least, a bit weak, a bit meek, and kind of unremarkable. Unlike Brendan and May, who are dedicated Pokemon lifers, Wally is supposed to at least start out as more of a generic everyman, or every child in this case. And so I think I'd like it better if his design got more complicated and added more detail bit by bit as he collected his badges. I think that would do much better storytelling for the kind of narrative he's supposed to represent.